Bonsoir, les amis. Like we say, good evening also in French. This is the RM show here at VOA. Today, I have the pleasure, if I should say, I'm so happy to have TARRI with me. TARRI, we say it in French, and I like the way she said it herself. TARRI, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Roger.
You know, it was so hard to get hold of you. I
Really?
mean, I was
I'm
like, who is she? Who is she, this artist? Is she already like I don't know. But it's so hard to get hold of you. I'm so happy you were able to actually make it
I'm
here
happy
at
to be
VOA.
here.
Everybody here at VOA, as you can see, all the engineers are so happy to see you come in this studio.
Merci.
Yeah,
Thank you.
merci. There you go. That's,
Yeah.
that's a little French, you know that, right?
Yes, I know a little something.
So, Tayi, this show, of course, is we have so many viewers and listeners all over the world, both in French and Anglophone and Francophone.
Yeah.
Can you tell our viewers or our listeners who's TARRI? If I ask you who's TARRI and you want to tell everybody who's TARRI, how can you tell us
How
who you
much
are?
time do you have?
I have about 3 hours.
Okay, because
They're
it's
probably
gonna
gonna
take
kill me.
forever to
That's right.
define to say who Tari is. But pretty much, simply put, Tari is a singer, songwriter, yeah, and an instrumentalist. And yeah, that's pretty much me summing it up.
Right.
That's who I am.
Now, how long you been doing music?
Oh my God, forever. I
Forever.
have a background in music, actually,
Right.
because my father is a bass guitarist.
Wow.
Yes, I'm originally from Nigeria. Yeah, in West.
Also, you're a Naija girl.
Yes, Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yes, I'm originally from Nigeria in West Africa. My father is a bass guitarist. He used to play in bands back in the 70s.
Right.
And my mother is also a singer. So
Wow.
yes. And yeah, so pretty much that's as far as my history with
remember.
music goes,
Right.
because I've been singing forever. But I would say officially started to sing about 5 years ago,
5 years ago.
playing with like different bands like jazz bands and Afrobeat,
Right.
yeah, bands. And so I just really started doing my own original songs last year.
Last year.
Yes.
Now, Afrobeat or jazz, does that mean that you were inspired by one of the famous artists that you know of, or it's just that, because dad was a bass player, or anything that growing up, you were probably listening to some jazz band or whatever your parents were listening at home. Is that
Well, actually, with music for me, I listen to all kinds of music.
all kind of music?
I listen to all kinds of music. Any kind of music there is, I would listen to. But yes, I think I lean more toward like jazz, alternative. I love yeah, soul. Afro soul,
Right.
whatnot. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
so
ki-
that's like a mixture of a lot of things.
Yes,
That's what you
it's a
say,
fusion,
right?
definitely.
It's a fusion, definitely. Now, how would you categorize your style of music? What would you call it? I mean, it sounds like there's a
I'm
little
not
bit of everything.
sure.
in there,
Exactly.
right?
I'm not sure if I can put it in a box, but yeah, there's definitely some elements of jazz in there. And then,
Right.
like I said,
Hey,
the
maybe you
soul.
could create your own stuff.
Exactly.
Who knows, right?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
So I see you have Steve here.
Yes.
And how did you meet Steve?
Actually, I met Steve through a mutual friend. We played in the same band together, and he was doing some work with Steve, and he was telling me so much about this wonderful
Right.
guitarist friend of his, and he was like, he wanted me to come over to Steve's studio, and somehow fate, I would say, led me to meet Steve, and I'm so grateful that I met him that day. And
Grateful,
we
of
kept in
course,
touch.
because after I heard that song that my friend, my coworker Yemi brought me here in the studio, Steve, that song was well produced. Steve, I mean, what's the title of that song again?
Animal
Tara?
magnetism, yeah.
Oh my God! Even the title of the song is
Yes.
awesome.
She came in and she played it once through, and I was like, oh, I was just I heard so many options
Right.
opened up.
Wow.
And I'm like, we could go full on symphony with this. We could strip it down and keep it very basic, or we could make it kind of acoustic rock. Let's see where it takes
you
us.
guys, right?
And once she did the outline of the guitar for me, then I came up with a more elaborate
Right.
kind of
Yes.
guitar shape and
Structure,
picking
yes.
structure for it, and through collaboration, it was really a very smooth process.
yes.
You
Now,
know,
would you say that this is also the kind of or your style of music, or it was something new that you were just discovering, or I mean, I know you guys met
Right.
through a friend,
Through a
but
friend, yeah.
is that mean this was new to you, or because I know you have a studio,
Right.
And I don't know what you do in your studio, but sometimes you get someone who's like, "What is this? Well, that's cool," you know?
You know, it's right in my comfort zone. I have
Yeah.
to say, when I've very rarely worked with somebody with her style, and her vocals are just so amazing.
Right.
And
you.
so, you know, to me though, when I write music, when I play music, that's it's in the same kind of zone as what I like,
Right.
but not what a lot of clients have done. And so I haven't had the opportunity to really have a client
Right.
that had that rich vocal texture. The lyrical content is just amazing, you know. And so for me, I was like, you know, let's put this in a kind of acoustic rock category, and let's go there first before we try symphonic, before we try anything elaborate. Let's try to get the emotion
Right.
that I'm feeling from her. Let's try to get that in the instrumentation and the mix. We don't have to go crazy, do a bunch of the song speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And so
And the emotion, that's what I felt when I heard that song. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
And I
there was
like the way
definitely a
Steve
lot of
said,
emotion.
amazing voice. So let's everybody listen to that amazing voice. What song you guys, sing for us
Okay,
first?
we're definitely going to be singing the song that you heard.
Exactly, because
Yes.
that was amazing.
Yes. It's called Animal Magnetism. So, yeah.
All right, there you
Okay.
go. Get yourself ready. Let's start.
Okay. I see the pain in their mother's eyes. I feel their pain when I close my eyes. Their dreams and hopes never realized. Their fears and terror come in alive as they die. Burned alive, no chance to survive. I realize we are victims of society. There is no hope for our community when they make us believe our brother is our enemy, promoting hate and enmity. There is no unity because of the animal magnetism. Animal magnetism. Animal magnetism. Oh, animal magnetism. Our hearts and minds are in prison, left in the dark. Mentality is poison when we should unite and say no to their treason. Fight. Puppets of hypnotism, their hearts are evil. Inhumanity, injustice among my people. We're divided, undecided, no man is equal. We are a specimen of their brutality. They want our freedom. No more slavery. We are victims of society. Hey, there is no hope for our community. Oh, oh, they say our brother is our enemy. Oh, promoting hate and enmity. There is no unity because of the animal magnetism. Animal magnetism. Others cry, yeah, we still deny. My people die, our leaders lie. Others cry, yeah, we still deny. My people die, leaders lie. Others cry, yeah, we still deny. Oh, oh, hey, hey. I'm not magnetism. Oh, animal magnetism. Hey, hey. Ooh.
Wow.
Merci, merci.
Wow. Now, my people died. Now, I can't say like you, but can you tell me what really inspired you to write the song? Like,
Okay. Every now and then I get into my thoughts and I think I'm a very conscious thinker.
right?
And anyway, a lot of things inspired the song, but more so specifically, like I said, I'm originally from Nigeria, and I wrote the song last year. There was an incident that occurred in the south of Nigeria.
I work at VOA, so yeah, I'm
Involving some students
That's
of a
correct.
university
Right.
that they were lynched and killed.
Right.
And just first of all, I've heard stories like that before. It always breaks my heart, but I mean, it's not the first time, but this one just stuck out for me because I don't know, I just kept thinking about it and it just touched me so much, like to see the sad state that things were back home. And it wasn't even so much what had happened. For me, what stuck out to me was listening to some radio interviews of some locals in the area that it happened, and it's just listening to their reactions.
Right.
You would expect a lot of, I don't know, sadness and but I did hear some comments and some people were like, "Oh, they got what they deserved," and
Oh no.
so I'm like, "Wow."
Right.
So it just got me thinking, and I'm like, pretty much, I just realized that there was so much animosity and hate for your brother, for your fellow human being.
Right.
Because why would you want to kill your brother in such a gruesome manner that
Right.
they did those
And really
bullshit-
act like you really don't care.
like you don't care, like it's nothing.
Right.
It's like there's no, I don't know, so much insensitivity, I guess.
Right.
But so yeah, that definitely just got me thinking. The song Animal Magnetism is more so like it's just saying that we don't even realize that we are under, it's almost like we are under a spell. We are being hypnotized to believe that the person that is supposed to be our brother, that we're supposed to love and defend and fight for, is our enemy.
Right.
So at the end of the day, there's an African proverb that says, when elephants are fighting, it's the grass that suffers. So it's the people on that level,
Yeah.
is like the grass,
Right.
and they're suffering.
And the big people are
the
fighting.
big people are fighting.
And the poor people
and are suffering. Exactly.
Right.
You're angry at because allegedly the boys that inspired the song, they stole something or something. So like you're angry at your fellow brother for stealing whatever it is that they say they stole, and the big boys, I guess, are just putting you in the situation that you're in, and you're not mad at them.
Right.
You know, you're taking out all your anger on this person. And so to me, that was what inspired the song, but it's so much more. But pretty much that's where that definitely.
But Dari, it sounds like is this what you want people to remember of you as an artist? Like you write more conscience, stories, or you pretty much can touch anything.
That's what I was about to say. I can touch anything. This song was just something that came. And I was in a certain mood. I was in my thoughts. And, the melody, the lyrics, they all came because I do a little poetry.
Okay.
I'm interested in poetry. So I almost started writing because because writing for me is like an outlet for my emotions.
Okay.
That's how I express myself.
Right.
So
on top of writing, you have the voice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I guess so.
You have the beauty.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much, I started out writing the song. It's just, I just wanted to get my emotions out pretty much. And then it just started to come. And then I started to sing, and
Right.
I'm like, okay, how about we turn this into a song, and then
Wow.
it reaches a wider and even wider audience by
Right.
it being a song, and so yeah.
Now, some of my colleagues here at VOA, when we heard your song, some of them are like, wow, she kind of sound like Erica Badu. Have you ever get that before? Have someone
Yes.
told you that before?
I've gotten Tracy Chapman. I've
Okay.
gotten Erica Badu.
Yeah.
I've gotten So yeah, I've definitely heard that before, and I
I'll
can
say
see
it's a
why.
fusion of all of
It's a
that.
fusion, yeah.
Yeah.
But most of all, it's TARRI. I sound like myself.
That's correct.
Yes.
Sorry, sound like yourself.
Yes.
Now, Steve, how hard is it working with Dari?
Oh, it's so easy.
Tell us a little bit something bad about her. Like
Something bad about her.
She's mean. She always want a deadline. She want a song to be done quickly. She's late when you call for practice.
You know,
or whatever.
sometimes she's late, but I really wish she'd stop punching me in the face. You know, every time I hit a wrong chord, you know,
Okay.
she's so violent.
Yeah, I can tell.
No, it's really easy. You know, she does sometimes show up late, but I sometimes show up late too. So
Right.
for me, it's really easy to forgive that.
Right.
You know, I give her a hard time, but then, you know, like
Then you
today,
know
I
you
was
don't
running a little bit late.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah, she told me that on the phone.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. And so,
Blame him.
right. And so it was definitely, you know, a complex situation
Right.
on my end today. But you know, really, there's nothing difficult. It's so easy because you know, like if we're recording
Mhm.
and you know, usually we're thinking the same thing. You know, on one little part, you know, it's like, oh, I don't like the way I sounded on that. Now, you know, I was just about to
say that.
like,
Yes.
let's redo
Wow,
that
that's
little
great.
section. You
That's
know, and
great.
so
We're in
we.
sync.
You know,
That's
so
great.
So I guess if there is any problem, it's that it's so smooth that sometimes through friction. I once played with a couple of musicians that they argued just like a cat and a dog. They fought and fought and fought, and then after they fought, the kind of makeup music, it was brilliant. Like
brilliant.
I almost looked forward to them having a fight,
Right.
because I knew that afterwards there was going to be this brilliance of music. But
Magic.
luckily, I don't think she has to have that kind of
For us to make it-
negativity.
So
to-
definitely,
to
you guys
make it
have a
good.
great chemistry
Definitely
working
do.
in the studio.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Now, are you going to produce the whole album of Dari? Is that what you guys are planning, or
Well, we're
yeah?
we're
I know it's a tough question.
we're
Oh, right.
working. Like I said, it's wonderful working with Steve because for me, it's very important that whoever it is that I'm working with just gets me. You know what I'm saying? So we work better that way. And for me and him, we work extremely well together. You know, he's a professional. He knows what he's doing. And if I just like he said, if I'm feeling something or I'm like, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like that, and I'll talk to him and he'll say, yeah, you know, I'm thinking the same thing too, or give me his, you know, opinions or whatnot. So for me, that's important. So since we have that, I really don't want to change, you know,
Right.
anything. So
Right.
yeah, we're working.
You're
and
working.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's awesome. Now, Terry, do you have any music video anywhere on YouTube, anything that you've worked on, or even on this song that you guys use?
Not
Not yet. I can't wait to see a video for this song.
in progress.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
I can't wait to see this video. It's going to be amazing. I
Yes,
can
it
tell.
will be.
All right, so you guys have a second song for us today, right?
Yes, we have a second
which one is
song.
this one?
The name of the song is Adara.
Adara.
Adara is actually it's from the Yoruba language in Nigeria. Yeah, and it just means it is well.
That's actually a really good point there, because I was going to ask you, since you're originally from Nigeria, do you also sing in, you know, either Yoruba or any other?
Yeah,
right.
Not I have various kinds of songs, and just like I was saying earlier, some of my songs are like conscious,
right.
just because I'm a conscious person.
Right.
You know, but yeah, and I do have some songs in the Yoruba
Right.
dialect.
Because I could just see you do a mixture on that too. It will be awesome.
Yeah, it's more English, but
Right.
the hooks.
The hooks on.
Yeah,
Hey, that's great.
definitely.
And this is Adara.
Adara.
Let's
yes.
listen to Adara.
Life is hard in Africa, I know. Life is hard in the ghetto, I know. Ooh, ooh, To make ends meet, it's not easy, I know. No food to eat, it ain't easy, I know. I know, yes I know. When it seems like there's nowhere left to turn, all the life lessons that you have had to learn. Many battles fought but not won. It hurts to hold on when hope and faith are gone. Hope and faith are gone. Adara, Adara, l'Africa, Takotabo. He's out on the streets, steady hustling. Heart bleeds, but he's still struggling. Every line on his face tells a story of tears, nostalgic longing for faded glory. Man of the house, stay strong for the family. Subdued emotions, anything to see them happy. But where do you go from here? Hold on to fear and persevere. Be strong, hold on, don't you give up now. They say joy comes in the morning. Still your nights a long session of morning. There is sunshine after the rain. Still these drops cause you pain. Adara, Adara, l'Africa, Takotabo. Adara, hey, Adara, Fua, oh, hey, Adara, 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 ooh, Adara, oh, 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 hey, hey. Adara for BYA, Adara for Moa, Adara for BYA, Adara Africa, Adara for BYO, Adara for Moa, Adara for BYA, Adara Africa.
Wow, bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo, that was awesome. Now, Adara Africa Taka Tabo.
Takotabo.
Takotabo. What does that mean?
Adara, like I said, is it as well. Takotabo is more like for all of us. You know, hold on for all of us. And then Funwa is for all of us. And for you,
Right,
for me,
right,
for her,
right.
for
For
him,
everybody.
for everybody. It is well. It is well. That's pretty much what
I
that
love
is
your
about.
writing. You should write a book.
Yeah.
I'm sure you consider that too.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Well,
One day, someday.
Well, I want to thank you for coming.
you so
we're definitely
much.
getting at the end of the show, but
Yes.
I really wanted people to know how they can contact you both, because I know Steve has a studio and you as an artist. So how can people get hold of you?
For now, you can find me on I'm not on so many social.
Not on
media.
Facebook?
I'm on Facebook.
Oh, you better be on
Yes.
Facebook.
I am on
Better
Facebook for
I'm
now.
I'm Facebooking you tonight.
I don't even know if we're friends on Facebook.
I see?
No, we're not.
See?
No, we're not. I was
That's
thinking
all right.
about that
All
the other
this
day.
musical connection, and we
connection.
never,
Right.
because we can text,
can
because
text
we
all-
like
Yeah.
whatever, I guess we never
Thought about that, but
Thought
yeah,
about it.
I am definitely on Facebook for now.
For now.
That's just the
Right.
only, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So people can find you on Facebook.
Definitely, yes.
And what they'll search on Facebook.
TARRI Nosika.
TARRI Nosika.
Yes.
Excellent. And Steve, what's the name of your studio?
It's Land of Sound Recording.
Land of Sound
And so you
Recording.
can always hit me up at landofsoundrecording@gmail.com, or you can look up Stephen Bratland on Facebook, and you'll see a lot
information
of
will come.
pictures of me and my dogs, and some with me and my wife going to cycling. We're big fans of professional cycling.
Awesome.
And so you'll also see some pictures
Some
on there
picture
of
of that,
my,
and then we'll know it's you.
from my martial arts days.
There you go.
Yes.
You'll see me in a cage
Terry's
and
like, yes, I
fighting.
know.
Yeah.
So plenty of that. Guys, I really want to thank you. It was really a pleasure having you guys here at
Thank you.
VOA.
Thank you
Please
so
come
much.
back.
Definitely.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Just give a
Just
call.
a call,
and
right.
I'll
Yeah.
be here. It's
Awesome.
a pleasure being
Pleasure,
interviewed by
yeah.
you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone who's watching this show today. And I also want to thank our engineers, Ted, Carl, and my boy, Rashad. Thanks to you guys. This show is amazing. Again, thanks to you guys. If you guys were not here for sound or lighting, I'm sure my man Steve's bald head will probably be shining all over the place.
Blinding everyone.
Exactly. Thank you guys. Keep watching the RM Show. Peace, Africa.